This is Andy Perroff, Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm joined by Frank Smith here in Sheffield. Frank, straight into it, we've just witnessed KELL Brook's victorious return after 14 months away from the ring with his victory over DeLUCA. How would you assess his performance?
Yeah, I thought it was great. Obviously, long time out of the ring. First few rounds had to get the ring rust, but great finish, great fight. DeLUCA, very tough man. Stayed in there, stayed strong. But KELL looked great, and he's ready for those big fights now. And you saw the audience, the atmosphere in the audience out there. They loved it. Great night from the start to the end.
What should we read into? How should we read into Liam Smith's attendance tonight? I know earlier in the week he did an article with Sky, and he said he didn't feel like KELL had made the most of his career as of yet, and he'd love to have that fight next. Is that something realistically you expect us to see?
It's a possible fight for sure. It's a huge fight, huge UK fight. That is KELL Brook against Liam Smith. So very possible. Liam Smith's had a great career. KELL Brook had a great career, and it's definitely a fight. That we can make happen.
We've obviously spoken about other possible avenues for KELL, looking at 154 world titles and the potential Khan fight still always been lingering about. But with Liam, say if a Brook fight isn't next, what is next for Liam Smith?
There's some big fights for Liam Smith as well. He's got options on the table. He's had 3 good wins now with us. So he had a busy 2019. 3 fights in 2019 when he signed over to us. So we're looking for opportunities for him. He's a big name, and like I say, he's done a lot in the sport of boxing. When you think that being a world champion already at like middleweight, I think there's a lot of opportunities out there for him.
So we'll just quickly work through the rest of his card. Don't want to keep you for too long. Kid Galahad defeating Claudio Moreira with another, I was going to say a stoppage victory, but Moreira retiring on his stall at the end of the 8th. What did you make of Kid's performance?
Yeah, I think he boxed really well. It was a tough fight. It wasn't an easy fight for him out there, and he did a great job. And again, he's got some big fights ahead of him. Good comeback win for him, and it's good to have him back winning ways.
How soon do you think it will be that the IBF may look to call that mandatory position and allow Kid to face Josh Warrington once again, if Josh obviously still holds the title?
Yeah, sure. I think we'll look into it very soon and look into what the next steps are with that. That was a final eliminator, so let's see what happens from here.
Also, just to move away from Kid and on to Terry Harper defeating Eva Wallström. Gain your thoughts, Frank?
Amazing. The crowd of watching, I think it just shows how great that is for female boxing and how women's boxing has really grown over the last few years. You saw the crowd, how wild they went for her. She sold a load of tickets. Everyone's so happy for her, and I think she's going to have a great career from here. It's very exciting. She's just going to get better and better, and there's some big fights out there for her.
So we saw Dave Allen defeat Dorian Dodge. How does the year line up for Dave after that?
I think Dave's got to get back in the gym, get back fit. He had a lot of things for this fight that he had to get through in order to be able to fight tonight, to be cleared to fight. And I think now he can focus fully on where he wants to go from here and what the fights he wants to go into. He got a good finish, good win out, good stoppage win out there. So hopefully he can be back out soon.
Quickly, just get your thoughts on a couple of other things. Josh Kelly, David Avanesian, we had that announced during the fights tonight. Your thoughts on that one? How do you see that one going?
Much anticipated. Obviously, it was supposed to happen here 14 months ago. Yeah, and then unfortunately, Josh had to pull out on a day ill, and it's a fight we've been building up for a long time. David is coming off the back of a great win on our Barcelona show, and Josh returned in December on our Phoenix show, good win. And I think it's the perfect time for him to have that fight. It's been talked up by everyone, and very much looking forward to that 02 March 28th, and a big card to go under that as well. It'll be announced next week.
And obviously we saw over Instagram, Adrian Broner DMing Eddie Hearn. What did you make of that?
I never think you should screenshot DMs. No, interesting. He's a great character. Adrian Broner, so I think he put out a DM from Eddie the other year, so I think Eddie was just getting him back for it. But that's a great fight, him against Devin Haney, so let's see what happens there.
Well, Frank, we will leave it there because it is about 1 o'clock now, and I appreciate you hanging around. I'll let you go and enjoy your night. How are you going to celebrate?
I'm going to bed. My missus said I've got to rush. I've got to get back because we've got to leave early in the morning because 70-mile-an-hour winds.
I think I'll have to leave myself early myself.
Back in the day, it would have been a night out when I was about 20 years old. Now I have to go to bed and be relaxed and civilised. Yeah.
Frank, I appreciate your time as always. I'll catch up with you soon, and thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for coming down.